Okay, it's the 6th of November 2016. I'm in Site 4, just about 300 feet away from the Goldilocks zone. And what you've got here is one of their features. All of these branches there have been stuck in the ground, alright? For what purpose, I don't know. And it bends over into a bit of a tree arch, comes down there, and it's held down by that log there. Other stuff's been put on top, but the one thing I'm interested in is these branches have been stuck in the ground. Alright, well today I'm going to just give a quick mention about why I've not added any videos on YouTube recently, and in fact I've taken some off. Reason being is that I've got total respect for these forest people, and I want to keep them keep their location not disclose, my identity. You know, I'm not out for getting my name known or anything like that. I just want to learn as much as I possibly can about these forest people, because you know, they do exist here in the UK. They do exist. I know it's a hard one to believe, and what I'm going to say next is going to be even more impossible for you to accept. You know, 99% of the population of the UK would discount this at hand, because, you know, they think they know everything about this country, and that there's no possible way that these people could exist here in this small part of the world. You know, we don't have the landscape for them to survive here. Wrong. If they're here, we would see them all the time. Well, lots of people see them on a regular basis, but let's face it, they are nocturnal. Yes, they are nocturnal. They do come out during the daytime, because I've witnessed enough and heard stuff during the daytime, but generally speaking, the only activity we get is at night time. So nocturnal, that's why people don't see them. How many people come out here in the middle of the night? Not many. Well, let's say zero, apart from us. Maybe the odd people that come out camping during the summertime, but this time of year, nobody. Hardly anyone during the daytime. I mean, look around you. Alright? So they can be hidden here in these forests, and there's other things about them that make them stand out head and shoulders above us. You know, our intelligence is one thing. We seem to think we're the only intelligent beings in this country. Correction, we're not. We have underestimated these forest people. They are not some sort of relic hominid like Neanderthal that we find the bones for, or early forms of humans, although, you know, there is genetic evidence coming out now that would indicate there's a mix of human DNA with some unknown. Now, I don't know how much credibility that has at the moment, because the scientific world are not getting involved, and I understand why. It's a messy subject. You know, what I'm about to say next is going to cloud it even further. But for me and a number of fellow colleagues that come along with me, and there's 3 people that have witnessed stuff that is not real, you know, unreal in the sense that it defies our understanding of science. Okay, 4 people have actually seen lights going off in this forest. 5 if you include myself. Lights in the forest here, around the Goldilocks zone. Okay, so that's not normal, and we're talking about something that isn't related to any human activity. All right, and the red glow that I saw here in the daytime, not at a place probably not too very far from where I'm sitting at the moment. That's not normal. That's not normal. But when we did a camping exercise a couple of months ago here, I did witness at about 1 o'clock in the morning a faint white glow coming from this area of the wood near the Goldilocks zone. Alright, we were over in Site 6, so the other side of this part, and there was a faint white glow coming from this area. That night as well, 3 o'clock in the morning, had footsteps, bipedal footsteps walking around by our tent. But the moment I woke my mate up to listen, it was like they understood that they'd been rumbled, and it just faded out. So what is I want to say about these forest people that is a bit off the scale. Okay, well, there's a lot of talk about Woo. Yeah, I think if you are prepared to go out looking for Sasquatch, you know, you will get totally absorbed by it. Correct? Yeah, I was. But if you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you use the terminology down the rabbit hole, like the Matrix, because that's exactly how it feels. Is how deep do you go? Now, I will be honest, I was out looking for a upright hominid, the likes of Neanderthal, something like that, living in the UK, based upon the eyewitness reports from various locations. In all honesty, I wasn't expecting to find anything, but then once you get your eye in around certain features of the forest, if you've got an active area, then you know it will stand out, and the more you carry on looking, the more things that you'll find. And these forest features are not of human origin. All right, I can say that because I just know. There's so many things now that just doesn't sit comfortably with just saying it's discount it, coincidence, call it what you like. It was human activity. Well, it's not. I've heard these forest people in this forest. We've seen them on thermal camera. I've got recordings of them walking around, doing wood knocks. I've heard one actually speak. So I know they exist. I know they exist here. For anyone else to believe me, well, that's your opinion. You know, you can call me mad as however you like to refer me, but I'm just giving you my own personal experiences, and it's up to you whether you believe it or not. If you don't, then go out into the forest and have a look for yourself. There's lots of other people out looking now, and they're coming across all sorts of things. So I'm not just making this up. There's other people that are confirming this evidence too. But what I've done is I've gone a lot further than probably the most, if not all, in the UK at the moment. In that I've got recordings. I've got lots of different pieces of evidence. Lots. But I want to say that if you're prepared to go down the rabbit hole even deeper, then you're going to have to expect the woo at some point. I know everyone's thinking that Michael Merchant's Nutty as a Fruitcake. Well, sorry, think again. He's retelling some of his experiences, and I can relate to that. I've had other stuff that he hasn't had yet, which is, you know, in the realms of quantum physics. So, if you are going to go Sasquatch, hunting for Sasquatch, don't be surprised if you're faced with having to deal with the whole woo side of things, because it is true. I don't want to say any more about it because I'm still coming to terms myself. One, that there's Sasquatch in the United Kingdom. I fully accept that because I've witnessed enough now to take that on board. And I know that 99% of the population here don't think so. You know, wouldn't agree with me, but that's your problem, not mine. I know what I know, and they are here. But the other thing is the woo side, which I'm still coming to terms with. I can't get my head around it, and I've been freaked out by a number of things that have happened. So have my team members. There's been a number of things that have happened that independently at a similar time have taken place, and it's these forest people. There's no question about it in our minds. Can we prove anything? No way. No, we can't. And it's personal experiences, so we can't do that. So, can you believe us on that? No, because we can't even believe it ourselves. So, I'm just saying to you, if you're an active researcher and you want to go that far down the rabbit hole, then you have to expect that there's going to be the woo that goes along with it. Fact, not fiction. Fact. Now, there's a lot of groups out there that are still looking for Gigantopithecus. Well, good luck. Good luck. If you're finding that to date you've not got anywhere, well, there's a bloody good reason for that. You're going about it in the wrong way. If you're still using the old school trail cameras, other means of trickery to record them, forget it. You're going to get nowhere. So on that note, I'm going to say adieu. I'm not going to be, I don't know at this stage. I'm still umming and ahhing whether to release some of the evidence I've got, because I feel that by being more open about it is probably the way forward. But at the same time, I want to keep it quite quiet, my activity, and particularly here, I want to keep this location private for the benefit of these forest people. I don't want other people interfering here for their benefit, as well as for the sake of science. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, so over and out, and see you later. Bye bye.